If one day humanity vanished, no war, no disaster, no final warning, just gone. Cities would still stand, lights would still glow, but no plane would ever land again. For the first time, Earth would belong entirely to life beyond humans. Within the first year, power grids would fail, nuclear plants would shut down, dams would go unmanaged, pets would be abandoned, farms would fall silent, nature would begin reclaiming the land. After 10 years, plants would crack through asphalt, vines would climb skyscrapers, forests would return to city centers, rats, dogs, deer, and birds would become the new citizens. The city would become a jungle. After a century, most buildings would collapse, steel would rust, concrete would fracture, only stone structures would remain, bridges, monuments, pyramid-like relics. Human history would begin turning into geology. After 500 years, carbon dioxide levels would drop, forests would expand, oceans would slowly recover, glaciers would grow again, Earth would begin healing itself. After 1,000 years, human traces would be almost gone. Plastic would remain, buried in sediments. Nuclear waste would be our most dangerous legacy. Animals would fill every ecological niche. No cities, no borders, no noise, only wind, oceans, forests, and time. Earth does not need humans to survive, but humans cannot survive without Earth. This is not a story about the end. It is a mirror. On the first night, Earth would become silent. No engines, no urban hum. For the first time, the sky would grow truly dark. The Milky Way would return like cleaned glass. For Earth, this is not an ending, it is a release. Without fishing fleets, sonar, or pollution, the oceans would recover rapidly. Coral reefs would regrow. Whale populations would explode. Ancient migration routes would reopen. The ocean would remember itself. Some nuclear plants would melt down decades later. Reactors would collapse, radiation would leak into the land. But nature would not stop. Moss and fungi would evolve in radioactive zones. Life always finds a way. Without hunters or roads, large mammals would reclaim the land. Wolves would enter cities. Lions would expand their ranges. Elephants would crush former highways. This is not a return to the past, it is a new order. Even without humans, climate recovery would take centuries. Greenhouse gases would linger in the atmosphere. But eventually, forests and oceans would rebalance the system. Earth remembers longer than humanity. Paper would vanish. Plastic would fragment into microparticles. Glass would sink into sand. Only a few things would remain. Satellite debris, stone carvings, and footprints on the moon. This world would not be perfect. There would still be volcanoes, plagues, extinctions. But it would no longer suffer from one pressure, the unchecked expansion of a single species. If, millions of years from now, another intelligent species arrives on Earth, they may never know that one species once lived here, changed everything, and then vanished. Without maintenance, without repair, time becomes the only engineer. Subways flood, skyscrapers collapse like hollow trees, cities begin to turn into geology. Bridges once connected cities. Now they connect the past to sediment layers. Highways become migration corridors. Asphalt cracks. Grasslands spread. Without caretakers, most livestock vanish quickly. But a few survivors rewild. Pigs become predators. Cattle return to grasslands. Cats evolve into efficient small hunters. The true rulers of the planet are not large animals, but microbes. Bacteria break down concrete. Fungi consume plastic. Life rebuilds the world in unseen ways. Future geologists will find a strange layer: plastic, aluminum, radioactive elements, a geological signature, the age of humans. Within decades, satellites fall from orbit. Artificial lights vanish from the sky. The night returns to its ancient state. The universe reveals itself again. What would you hear? Wind through forests, waves against stone, animal breath, no engines, no language. If humans had never existed, would Earth be better? Not necessarily, but it would be different. Humans are not the only catastrophe, just the fastest. After humans vanish, Earth will not remember our names, only the changes and the story continues. Language survives only through use. Without humans, language dies quickly. No voice to read signs, no mind to understand words. Meaning itself begins to collapse. Museums once preserved history. Now they become history. Dinosaur skeletons collapse, mixing with human remains. In future strata, humans and dinosaurs lie side by side. Memory does not live in stone. Only change leaves a mark. When structures fully collapse, humans vanish from the surface. Earth begins to forget us. After 10,000 years, glaciers advance again. Coastlines reshape. Forests migrate. Deserts expand and retreat. Humanity survives as a thin geological layer. There is no rule that intelligence appears only once. Crows refine tools. Octopuses develop longer memories. Dolphin communication grows more abstract. Intelligence is patient. If this were a film, humans would not be the protagonist. We are a brief scene. Earth never stops. Not art, not language, not even cities, but climate alteration and an unnatural sediment layer. It would not accuse, it would not thank. It would simply continue as it always has. After humans disappear, Earth does not become empty. It becomes quiet. Civilization looks solid. In truth, it is only a temporary arrangement against nature. Once maintenance stops, everything returns to a more stable state. 1,000 years is legend to humans. To Earth, it is a breath. Mountains still rise, continents still drift. Time never noticed us. Without firefighters, wildfires spread freely. But forests do not vanish. They adapt to fire, older, stronger, more resilient. Diseases still exist, but they no longer spread globally. No airplanes, no dense cities. Outbreaks return to being local events. No seawalls hold the waves back. Breakwaters collapse, harbors vanish, coastlines move freely, as they have for millions of years. The real change is not just more animals, but different behavior, longer migrations, slower predation cycles. Ecosystems breathe again. Perhaps humans were not a mistake, but a natural event like volcanoes, like asteroids, brief yet transformative. Earth does not judge humanity. Judgment is a human language. It responds only to actions, never to intentions. The final image is not ruins, not beasts, but a planet functioning normally. If humanity truly disappears, Earth does not end the story. It turns the page.